What is up, everybody? Turboverse TV here today, and the whole difficulty debate on what difficulty you play the game on. This debate is still going strong. People are really talking about this. Like, this is so ridiculous. Like, this happens like every other month. This discussion gets brought up, and it's like it gets cringier and cringier each time this discussion gets brought up. These takes get cringier and cringier. So, Colin Moriarty is no exception. This guy, I think he's a game journalist, but I know he's been on IGN. He's a high profile person in the game community, but his take is so clownish, it just makes zero sense. So the original tweet that started all of this, well, it didn't even start all of this, but the original tweet that started this, I guess, this reaction. So Xbox tweeted out, beating the game on the lowest difficulty is still beating the game. Then this lady who's a game journalist says, I have never played a game for review on anything but the easiest difficulty, and I never will. Then somebody responded to her and says, I miss the days when game journalists / writers actually tried to be good at their jobs. Then they got Colin Moriarty's tweet, which is the most cringiest one of them all. If you can't or won't beat games or anything harder than easy, and you're reviewing them from that perspective and not from the perspective of the average player, then your criticism is worthless. It is complete trash. You might as well not even make a review then at that point. Seek out critics who actually like video games. It's all getting a little trite. Really? Because if you play a video game on easy, if you decide to review a video game on easy, why does anyone care? Like, literally, like, why do you care what difficulty somebody plays a video game on? It's like, geez, people announce they play video games on the hardest difficulty. That doesn't affect me. I don't care. Like, why does it affect you if somebody plays it on easy? That doesn't make any sense to me. And it's just shocking that we actually have grown adults talking like this. Like, grown adults are trying to gatekeep what difficulty you play a video game on. That makes no sense to me. Like, why do you care? Why do you care? I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. It's like, I play at least like over 90% of my games on normal difficulty. Then there was like one instance I put Metro Exodus on easy, and I've been enjoying the hell out of that game because Metro Exodus has so many annoying things. I can't put that game on normal because I'm gonna get extremely pissed off playing that game. There's too many small things in that game that just annoy me. But I put that game on easy and was having a blast. So I don't understand the whole you can't review a game unless it's on normal. We don't count that game as we don't count that review as a legit review. Like, who are you? Like, who are you, bro? Like, I don't know if this thing has gotten to his head, this position he got in gaming, but this dude he's a clown. Like, I've read this, I'm saying your review is worthless. Like, this guy's a complete clown at this point. And people were roasting this guy in the comment section. And it was like, so he had to like do some type of like I guess what do you want to say, like to try to clean up a little bit. So he says, so some say worthless is too harsh of a word. I agree. So let me phrase it like this. If you're reviewing games on easy, you're not playing the game as intended. Game criticism is aimed at a core audience, not casual audiences. Game criticism not aimed at casual audience? Like, what are you talking about? Like, most people who play video games are casual. Like, what? Thus, if not the thesis, that review lacks value. This is so stupid, bro. This is the most dumbest crap I have read, and he keeps going on with it. I tried to clean it up, but it still sounds bad. It's like, I don't care. Most of the times you look at a review anyway from these sites, are you looking at like the visuals, how the visuals look, how long it'll take to beat? Like, you don't really care about what what they play it on. It's like, who cares at that point? Like, this is just like shocking to me that people really care about what difficulty somebody else plays on. This is completely shocking to me. I didn't think who would care about what somebody else put. Like, you imagine care about what somebody else who spent $60 or $70 of their hard-earned money on and trying to dictate what difficulty they play on. Like, why do you care? Like, it's just mind-boggling to me. So he says worthless is a bit of a harsh take. I say that their opinion is valuable to people who have a similar playstyle, and they're entitled to that. Yeah, it's like it's not everybody don't play the game on normal difficulty. Like, some people play on the hardest difficulty. Some people play on the easiest difficulty. Like, it's just the gatekeeping needs to stop, bro. The gatekeeping in the game, it just needs to stop. It's just weird at this point. It's just really weird at this point. Like, this whole gatekeeping situation. And the fact that it still keeps going, it keeps getting brought back up each and every other month. Like, it's just insane to me. Okay, so because I beat Valhalla on easy rather than normal, my criticism could be worthless. I wrote a review on it. That is just crazy. Like, I wish some of these people who are gatekeeping video games said this stuff in real life. Because you imagine saying you beat this game on easy difficulty and somebody saying, yo, your review don't count. You're trash at video games. You shouldn't review anything. Can you imagine somebody saying that in real life to you? That would be so cringy. I just don't get it. I don't get it at this point, man. Yeah, it's not the way game designers intended you to play, and it's not indicative of what the core game is going to experience. What's the core gamer? What is the core gamer to you? There's people who are handicapped playing video games. There's people who are just getting into video games playing video games. It's like, why do you care what mode they play on? And like, someone wants to make a review. Anybody can make a review. A review is just an opinion on how you feel about the video game, whatever product you're doing. Like, why do people care so much? It's just insane to me. Like, this just, in my opinion, game journalists should be the best of the best in the game. So now you got to be the best of the best to be a video game journalist. That is stupid. That is dumb. It's far more important to be a good writer than a good gamer in the industry. Also, the diversity of people and abilities make a site more indicative of its audience. Yeah, I would think like, especially in game journalism, you got to be a better writer than a gamer. I think that's like more important, to be honest. It's like you got to have good writing skills. If your grammar and everything is just so messed up, and nobody wants to read the article, then that don't do anything. If you're like the MLG pro in video games, if your everything is also messed up, so yeah, I think that's more important, to be honest. If you're interested in a review playthrough on easy mode or any mode other than your preference, then do not read that review. It's the same critique given to those who argue against an easy mode in Souls game. Go elsewhere. The SU pool is exhausting. Surprised that people are missing the point on this tweet. It's not about people playing on easy aren't gamers. It's that a person who professionally reviews should have a baseline experience average to the player base. Reviewing only on hard would be just as foolish. So reviewers who need accessibility options shouldn't review games. It's like whichever way you try to spin it, you gatekeeping games is just dumb. Whichever way you try to sugarcoat it or try to say it, you try to gatekeep video games is really stupid. It's really dumb. Like, who are you to try to gatekeep a video game? Like, who? Like, literally, like, who are you at this point? Like, are you like a king or queen somewhere? Like, who are you to dictate how to play video games? If you're reviewing games on easy, you're not playing the game as intended. This makes no sense. This wasn't how developers intended players to interact with their game. Then why have it in the game? Try and cover it up as much as you want, but this is soft gatekeeping. I think the issue here is easy mode in some games tend to shave off mechanics or change how things work entirely. But somebody who plays on nothing but easy has no place to review a game. You have no place to even review a game. That is shocking to me. Because there definitely isn't an audience of people who want to play games on easy. There's definitely isn't an audience. Like, there isn't an audience of people who want to play games on the hardest difficulty. There definitely isn't an audience right there. Like, these takes, like I say, these takes are getting worse and worse each time this conversation gets brought up. You are right. If it's your job, you should probably not play it on easy and then review, because the only thing you can review is story for most games. Or you can still play it on easy and just disclose from the beginning that you're playing a game on easy. Like, I don't understand why that's a big deal. Why that's a big deal either. Um, it's like if a movie critic on review films they like on watching an iPhone. Yeah, I don't see how this even a comparison. It don't make sense to me. Totally agree. I don't need a car review from someone who is being driven around as a teenager, as a passenger, because they haven't passed their test yet. These analogies that these people are using are so terrible. Bad take. Reviewers aren't meant to be reflective of any average perspective, but that of the reviewer. Facts. It's like when you do a review, you're just giving your opinion about it. Like, it's just your opinion. That's it. Reviewers are by definition designed to inform a potential purchaser. I don't know many people who play games as a hobby who seek to play them as if they were just a TV show. I know people who like to play games on easy. I play on hard myself, but I won't disparage or say that criticism of a game of East is worthless. It's still the same game. You can play it on easy. Reviewing as a job, it should be played as it was designed. Too many say not fun or too easy, bad AI, and they're actually playing on easy and they're not giving it a fair review. Is this actually an issue? I don't recall interviews that made me think if the reviewer played the game on hard difficulty. I have never thought that in my time. looking at game reviews, like what difficulty setting they played on. I had never even thought about thinking about what difficulty they played it on. Like, who cares? Like, who gives a crap? Like, who cares? I don't get it. And then they probably disclosed it anyway. Like, they did play like on easy difficulty. Why would they probably disclose it? They're not planning on normal difficulty. Like they're probably like, I just don't get it. Let's see. I think you're a little harsh here, but I do feel that a lot of games are misrepresented by a single difficulty being tried by a reviewer. Time limitations make it clear that you can't just play through the game multiple times, but if your criticism is that the combat is boring, you only played it on the second or five difficulty settings, then that's pretty S. Okay, let's see. This is the same person who got a guest spot on Kind of Funny and has zero energy right up to the episode, so I'm not surprised. I agree, but I think the whole industry is playing into this because a effing rush between who makes a review first. That's why I wouldn't want to be a game journalist. Like, I wouldn't want to do this as a job. I think I want to do this just as a hobby. I want this always to be fun. I wouldn't want to be getting review codes and just having to rush to beat these games because it's not fun at that point. That's like it's an actual job. It's not fun. It's like You're actually gonna dread hate. You're gonna hate video games because you got to rush to beat them out. To rush to get the review out first. So. That's why I always want this to be a hobby. I would never want this to be like I gotta rush out to get the review first. I wouldn't want to do that. So let's see. I say that calling them worthless is pretty unwarranted. I know of at least two people who would benefit from that perspective, but the reviewers should clearly state as such in their header. Like I agree. Like you can just disclose that you're playing a game on easy. Like who cares? Like just disclose it. Like I don't understand. Well, that's an absolute garbage opinion piece. Fun note. Many reviewers have played in easy mode so they can get through the game and write their review in a timely manner. But hey, you live in your own world. Yeah, like I said, this conversation keeps getting brought up. I don't know. It's like why do people keep talking about this conversation at this point? And this guy says, "Shut the f up." Um, if you want an ableist take on video games reviews, let's see. I've yet to figure out why he cares. Play the game the way you want and quit trying to tell people everybody else and quit trying to tell everybody else how to play theirs. Let's see. I'm often amused how incels just assume the easy mode or accessibility option are only for players that don't want to put effort in games. There are gamers with disabilities you offers. They have as much of a challenge playing a game in easy as you have playing it on hardcore. Or there are people in my instance where I enjoy a game, but it is so many small little things that when they add up, they kind of piss you and annoy you, like in Metro Exodus. I think that game looks visually amazing. I think that game, I love the frame rate. I love the 60 watt of the Metro Exodus, but there are so many little small things in Metro Exodus that makes me want to pull my hair out. So I played on easy and was having a blast with it. So, um, I just don't. Like I said, I'm gonna keep saying this, repeating this over again. I just don't understand why people care how other people play a video game. It is just weird at this point. Um, there are four things I'm looking to take away from any review: the plot/story, the gameplay loop, the mechanics, and any technical issues. And that's like the main thing I'm looking forward to when I look at any review. It's literally like what the story is, the gameplay loop, I guess like the mechanics and the technical issues. So I agree with this. If you can give me the data while playing a game on the easiest setting, then who gives it us? Like, who cares? Let's see. Hard to believe there was a time so many years ago I look forward to hearing this walnut speak. Okay. I wonder how long Colin could go without being an absolute S-heel. Uh, wait, I don't know what he's talking about here. He's the initial shit. He's the initial S stirrer. Okay. I don't understand the disagreement. Only playing games on easy limits as well. If a game has no difficulty and is above average difficulty, how can you review it? Worthless may be the wrong word, but yeah, I agree. What a completely and toxic opinion. That person must be very proud of themselves for having reached such a level of serious gamer. A serious gamer. That's like saying a real gamer. That's just cringy. That enjoying games at just your own pace is deemed worthless. Hey, loser, they're video games, they're literal toys. A video game is literally a piece of entertainment. That's literally what it is. You be so hardcore about it is just ridiculous to me. Um, and today's S take goes to: is easy mode an option developers put in? Yes. Oh well, there you go. That's how the game was intended. What kind of elitist BS is this? Haha, F all for simply stating that someone who has gamed his whole life on high difficulties and still values the insight of critics even though they're playing on easy. Your opinion is wrong. Yeah, someone included right here. Like, you can read this on your own and see this dude getting roasted. Or maybe you agree with this guy. Let me know down below. Leave a like if you like this video. And as always, thanks for watching, and peace.